Hi everybody, it's Miss Motzi. It is Friday, April 20th, and today's an A Day. Today we were learning about the different layers of the earth, and we did the plasticity lab. So we were comparing a mixture of cornstarch and water to a layer of the earth called the Asthenosphere. So there are two layers that we were talking about a lot today. One is the Lithosphere. That's the uppermost part of the mantle and all of the crust, the oceanic crust and the continental crust. And that's really hard, really rigid, brittle. It'll break. It doesn't have any give at all. It's sort of like a graham cracker. And then the other part that we were talking about of the mantle is called the asthenosphere. And the asthenosphere is what we were modeling today. We were modeling the plasticity of the asthenosphere. And so the asthenosphere is right underneath the lithosphere, and it has a little bit of give. And we were looking at that with the cornstarch and water because it was basically a solid, but if you press on it, it goes down a little bit. And that's the same characteristic that the asthenosphere has, and that's why the tectonic plates are able to move, because that asthenosphere has a little bit of give. So let's take a look at our agenda. And this is Geosystems, and it is Friday, April 20th. It is an A Day. Our objective today is I can identify Earth's layer, core, mantle, crust, and their composition. On our agenda today, we took some notes, and then we went into the mantle plasticity lab that did have a worksheet that went along with it that you passed in for 10 points. Some students didn't finish it in class, so you want to make sure you get that turned in. The SIS website opens up tonight at midnight, so you should be able to see your fourth quarter grades. For homework, you have your SOL Week 3 assignment that's due next Thursday, April 26th. If you're trying to fix your quiz that we took last week, the Groundwater, Rivers, and Resources quiz, the quiz fixer worksheet is due in class on Tuesday, 4/24. And then finally, if you didn't finish up your mantle plasticity lab, you want to turn that in today. Stay true to what makes you happy, because that always ends up producing the best results. I really enjoyed doing the lab with you today in class. And I think it's important for you to always do what you really like. I really like teaching. I really enjoy being with all of you. I like seeing you learn and grow. And so I hope as you go out into the world, you keep that in mind, that you're always doing something that makes you happy, that you're interested in. So again, taking a closer look at what we learned today, we did talk about Earth's layers. Almost everybody could tell me what the basic layers were: the core, the mantle, and the crust. But we went into a little bit more detail. We talked about continental crust and oceanic crust. Oceanic crust is much thinner and denser. It has elements like iron. This is a rock like basalt or gabbro, whereas continental crust, you can see in this diagram, is so much thicker. It's what the mountains are built out of, and this is a felsic magma, so it's producing rocks like granite and rhyolite. You also see in this diagram the lithosphere. The lithosphere includes the crust and the uppermost portion of the mantle. It's resting on top of a part of the mantle that we call the asthenosphere. Asthenos literally translates to weak. It's not literally plastic, but it sort of acts like a plastic in that it's a solid, but it's under so much heat and pressure that when the tectonic plates, the lithospheric plates on top of it, push on it, it gives a little bit. And it's that give that allows, in this picture, the oceanic crust to subduct underneath the continental crust. Then you can see underneath the lithosphere and the asthenosphere is the mantle. Sometimes that's called the mesomantle, and that's just rock solid. That's all I got for today. Make sure that you keep coming to class, keep doing a good job, getting all your work in, and I look forward to seeing you next week. For seniors that are doing Shout, starting next week, you're going to have 4 more weeks of school. All right, I will see you on Tuesday. Have a good week.